That's funny. All right, what's up, guys? So it's live. So it's delayed a couple seconds. So Virshon, you'll just wait a couple seconds, and then you'll hear yourself on the YouTube video, and then you have to mute it.
Okay.
All right, there we go. I muted mine.
Okay,
So
sweet.
let's see.
And then you have to. You got it.
Yep.
All right, sweet. What's up, guys? Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are. I am like literally woke up 20 minutes ago because I was like messing around with Amazon all night, and then I got the new DS Genie last night.
Dude, the new DS Genie's fire, bro.
Yeah. So, all right. So this is Virshon. Well, Roman and Roman, introduce yourself, and then Virshon, you introduce yourself.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? You may have seen me before. My name is Roman. I'm one of the guys that was in the inner circle. I joined back in October. And from the inner circle, from the inner circle, I went to grind camp. That was for 2 weeks. And then I stayed the 3 months for the dropship house. And now I'm one of the coaches in the inner circle. And I also, I help build dropshiptraining.com.
Right.
So, yeah.
And Virshon?
Hey, how you all doing? I'm Virshon Fleming. I'm about Roman age. I started dropshipping probably 7 months ago, and I really started taking it serious once I hit the inner circle, and everything's just kind of been up from there. So, I mean, that's the gist of it.
And where are you from, Virshon?
Right outside Chicago, so a little suburb in Chicago, Hazel Crest, Illinois.
Okay.
You know who's from Chicago? Tori's from Chicago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tori's from Chicago.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but he's out here right now. So where you said you started 7 months ago.
Okay. Yeah.
How? Like, where did you learn? Like, how did you start? What were you trying? Were you doing it part-time? Did you have a job as well? What's the story?
At the time, I was selling insurance. I don't know if people out there know about selling final expense insurance, but at the time, I was selling final expense insurance, driving around everywhere in Chicago, from east side, west side, south side. Like running my car ragged, running myself ragged. And I kind of was just, of course, scrolling on the internet, and this guy named, can I say his name?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I got into bunch training, and I started just Bunt.
Oh, isn't he friends with Chris Hero or something like that?
I don't know. Chris Aurora?
Or maybe it was Kenzo. One of those guys. I feel like I know who you're talking. No, I know who Bunt is. Mm-hmm. He has like he's one of those marketers, you know, he has like a Rolls Royce and all that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who that is.
Yep. So I kind of got in his course, and I mean, I was taking it serious and I was learning as I go, but at the same time, I was selling insurance, and of course, I was making more money selling insurance than dropshipping on eBay.
Right.
But eventually, the what's called chargebacks started eating me alive. I would literally go a day, and I can literally sell a whole household for like $3,000. I walk out with $3,000. However, you have to wait, and my pay schedule was like, I get a 9-month advance. So if these guys decided not to pay on their policies, I get charged back. Like, yeah, like it was fucking nuts. So like from there, I was really getting ate alive. And one day I just said, I'm done. I just turned my shoulder. I mean, it took a long time for me to do that and come to that conclusion, but
how long did you do that? How long were you doing sales?
I was doing it since I graduated my junior college. So back in 2017. The summer 2017, I jumped into it. And I kind of wish, now that I look back, like I'm not exaggerating. Like I really wish I found dropshipping from the time that I graduated college.
So did I, dude. It's funny. I found that a lot of people, whether they start and go to drop shipping or another entrepreneurial thing, they start with sales in some capacity. I found that because I was horrible, but I was a real estate agent. So like, I understand. I think someone else in the inner circle did some sort of door knocking, something.
I was selling belts out phone service back in like 2005 in a.
So you did sales too?
Yeah, dude, that shit
Oh,
was
wow.
fucking hard. Like I was selling business phone service and driving, and for like 2 weeks out of when I first got the job, I was living in my car. So I was fucking, my clothes were in the back seat of a 99 Mercury Cougar. But yeah, that's funny. All right. So when you start what the other training, Bunt or Chris Bunt or whatever, right? What strategy was it?
Initially, I was keywording, and I kind of realized like I'm taking like 30 minutes to keyword these titles. And like I'm not knocking his training at all because obviously what he teaches, it worked. However, I didn't apply every single step.
Just because he has a Rolls Royce doesn't mean it worked. But go ahead.
Yeah. But from there, I was from there I got into the advanced training, and they was teaching sniping, and sniping obviously worked. But at the time when I was applying every single step, and I was literally implementing everything, something wasn't working, and I didn't realize I was flagged, but I was flagged. So from there, I kind of just tried to push it out. I really didn't have no resources at that time besides like really just myself. I really don't know nobody to dropship personally. So since I was flagged, what I did was try to push it out for a couple months, and I realized like, you know what? I had like a little life change. I moved away with my lady at her school, and I was just living there like I wasn't enrolled. But I was blending in. So from there, I was just like, I'm not gonna be looking like an unemployed. Like I'm about to I have to make something happen.
That's like, funny.
You moved in what, to her dorm or what?
A dorm. Like she had a dorm.
Okay.
Yeah. We were just living in a dorm, and I felt weird, like I was unemployed, and I was just looking at her like get dressed every single morning.
That was really good. Yo, that's bad. Like you at home.
Yeah, like it was funny as hell. But
that is kind of funny.
You come home, you got the apron on, cooking.
Yeah, bro, I'm
not a good look.
Like I start cooking.
Oh man, you're vacuuming and everything, huh?
Oh yeah, I was going through it.
That's funny, though. So he taught dropshipping. I didn't know that. I don't even know what he does. I just know he's one of those marketers.
Yeah, he mainly teaches dropshipping.
Dropshipping? Okay.
Yeah, eBay and Amazon.
Okay. All right, and then so when you moved in, continue. When you moved into this dorm, are you still living in this dorm?
Yeah, like I was literally living in a double, and we kind of like combined the beds. So it was like one big, I guess, bed. Yeah. And like we was living out of there for 6 months.
Wow. So where you live now?
I still live with my people. I'm getting a place.
Okay.
I don't know when, but I know that I'm really fed up, like with my environment, stuff like that. Ain't nothing really going on out here, honestly.
Yeah, but still, don't blow your money on some. Like I would work and save up some money and put up with the bullshit for as long as possible.
Okay.
Before spending money on getting your own place, just because you feel like that's what. If your parents don't have a problem with you being there, don't leave. Like, really? I'm not saying stay against their will. No, but because you're fucking 21 or whatever, like you don't want to like move out just to move out, just to say like you have your own place. You want to be as financially responsible as possible, and like the longer, when I say like a year, 6 months, like I'm not saying 5 years, but I'm saying like you're now making like how much you making now, like 3,000 a month now?
All together, like, or you're saying like just drop shipping? Are you saying just front end margins?
Yeah, whatever. Like everything. How much money are you making monthly right now?
Monthly, probably like $6,000.
Right.
But with drop shipping alone, just front end margins like $3K.
Right. Okay. So it is a perfect time for you not to fucking move out and like save up money and figure out if you're gonna reinvest or figure out like you don't want to spend money on stuff you don't have to when you're growing a business just because it's all ego and all bullshit. It's all what your friends think and what the people around you. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. Like I moved to a cheap country.
Mhm.
So like when I first moved to Nicaragua, I wasn't paying any rent. I was working for free
Really?
to live in a hostel. I moved to Nicaragua 8 years ago with $200. So I was
Wow.
out here. I started drop shipping
Mhm.
in a hostel where I was working at the front desk. And this is after having degrees and shit, right? I just
Wow.
didn't want to be there. So I was working the front desk to live
Mhm.
there for free and drop ship it on eBay. And then I was renting a room for $80 a month up until I was making $10,000 a month.
Wow.
So it's not so what's up, Christian? So it's not I know we didn't plan to talk about this, but I would not just fall into like you now making money, dude. I wouldn't just fall into like spending the money on shit that you don't have to, just to how you look at it. How
Yeah,
other
I meant to ask you, dude. You got the degree. What made you say you don't want to use the degree? You'd rather just be an entrepreneur?
That's a good question, bro. When I
Yeah.
was a freshman in college, I had this like 80-year-old, and everybody's situation is different. Everybody's experience is different. However, initially, like I wanted to major in business. I literally always had that mindset. Even when I would gamble, I would bet playing 2K, playing back on the game or whatever. I would bet my cousin $10, and I would bet back only 5 because I always wanted to stay profitable. Basically, I was that kid selling candy at school. Monopoly, I love Monopoly. So
I'll
like
kill you, Monopoly, Virshon. I promise.
no, you won't. No, you won't.
No,
Like,
it's over.
I think.
Let's play Monopoly.
I will play.
I just don't lose in Monopoly, but yeah.
I download chess on my phone. You know, like I don't know, like I'm just that type of guy, I guess.
And what did you study?
I was studying business initially. So what happened was I had a business professor, and one day he was just talking about him being an entrepreneur, and I was just like, "What do you do?" He's like, "Well, I'm a safe entrepreneur." That's exactly what he said.
Mm.
And he was like, I'm like, "What does that mean?" He was like, "Well, I take a safe salary to teach you guys how to build a business." I was just like, "How?" Like in my mind, like I snapped. I'm like, and can I say what I was thinking?
You say what the fuck you
Like,
want.
You can say
I was like,
there's no
I was literally
censorship.
in my mind, like, how the fuck are you gonna teach us how to be an entrepreneur if you never owned anything in your life? Like, that's sick. You know, like
Yeah.
how you gonna teach me how to ride a bike if you never rode? You know, like it was sick. So from there, like I knew it was something out there that was more. I see so many stories and stuff like that. I just stuck
Yeah.
with it because I was on scholarship. But after my 2 years at JUCO, I just decided it's wraps. I had my first opportunity, which was selling insurance. I thought that was the next step for me in my life. Obviously, I did everything wrong, but
So let me ask you about that sell insurance thing. So who were you selling to?
Mhm.
And like were you literally just going door to door to find these people?
Me personally, I was working as like independent with a lot of contracts with different companies.
Mm.
Uh, I was I had like a um, lead generation with my agency. They'll send me leads from there. I'd call them up, set appointments, and I was selling to low income seniors. Imagine how hard that is. Like
Yeah.
these people have like, and it was humbling, honestly.
Mm.
Like I walked into this guy home that was making like $600 a month, and he had a studio apartment, and he was very hesitant to bring me upstairs to like, see how he was living. And my heart literally dropped when I walked in the door. And it was like super humbling.
Mm.
Taught me a lot, but at the same time, I don't really want to sell to people with little to no money, and I at risk of chargeback. You got to sell so much to make so much, etc. It was a headache.
Okay. And then what are all the things you do now? So you're doing eBay drop shipping and you're making what 3,000 or whatever a month, right?
Yep. From there, I do. I'm not gonna say I do FBA
Mm-hmm.
but I'm currently scaling FBA, moving on products and stuff like that. Um, that's pretty much it.
Okay. And how long did it take you to get to? So the title of the video is $30,000 a month. So you're selling $30,000 a month on
Yeah.
eBay, right? How
Yeah.
long did it take you to get to that point?
From the time I got into the inner circle, first month, let me actually check my sales sheet so I don't send nobody off. It's right in front of me. I got in the inner circle around March. So.
And what were you making before you joined the inner circle? 500 or?
I was doing like $500 a month. Like
that's about what I was doing.
Yeah, I was profiting like $500 a month. April, it looked like I was doing around 30K. Like it was like 26, 27K. No, I'm sorry. That's 18. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. May was my first
a month and a half.
Basically.
After joining the inner
from
circle.
March. Yep. So March, April. So yeah, my third month I started doing 30K, but I was doing everything manual, bro. Like everything by myself. Well, I had one VA, but he was only listing like probably 3-4 projects.
Bro.
That's
a month
crazy,
and a half
dude.
after joining, you go from making 500 to 3,000.
Yeah, like it was honestly what Mark really instilled was the sellers list. And it was nuts. Like and honestly too, my experience with FBA, I had a product that went buku. Buku like relative to me. I was probably making $1,000 a day with 50% margins on this one product, and it kind of opened my eyes. I need to focus on a product that's like I need to focus on drop shipping products that's going to make me $20, $50, $100 a sale.
So you're doing higher price items.
Yep, for the most part. Now I'm kind of focused on a little more sell through rate just to rank higher. But yeah, like initially it was just high price items.
And you're doing all of this with, you have what, less than 400 listings, I think.
Yeah, I have 320. I'm not gonna say it out loud. My bad. Yeah, like, roughly, yeah.
And the fun. So guys, Roman was actually the coach that coached through with Virshon most of the time, right? So Roman, is it something specific that? So guys, there are 12 at Saturday morning. So there's less people now, but there are 12 people on this. Smash the like button. If you want to join the inner circle, there's a link in the description.
Virshon, you can just tell with Virshon, certain guys you can just tell by the way they are, the way they talk, the way they present themselves, that you can tell that they take it seriously and they're doing things the right way. You know, a lot of people are like all over the place, not really focused, and you can kind of tell they just don't like have it the same. But Virshon, like he's doing the same. He's pretty much where I was, honestly, because I was doing $500 profit before joining the inner circle, and then after joining the inner circle, I was making $100 a day in a month. You know, that's 30 grand in sales, 3K profit, and he's doing exactly what I was doing.
Because that's funny because that's kind of what Virshon told me when I first spoke to him. He was like, "I'm pretty much doing what Roman was doing."
Yeah, he's like the same age. I think. How old are you, Virshon?
21.
I'm 21 too. So
you're too lucky.
You're just following the template. That's what I try to preach in the inner circle. It's just drop shipping. It's really simple. There's a lot of you have to build a good foundation. You will make mistakes no matter what, but you have to build a good foundation. You got to do the right things, you know, every day consistently to build it to a certain point. Because if you can build it to 10K a month in sales, you can build it to 100K a month in sales. It's just about doing the right thing and being able to teach the virtual assistants to basically be like clones of what you do, and you just scale it. So, I mean, Virshon's just doing everything the right way. I mean, he just.
Do you have Virshon? Do you have your sales on your phone or something that you could show? You could show us.
Yeah, I do. For some reason though, today I just got off the call with eBay right before we hopped on this one. I sold like probably $600, $700 today so far, but it's not reflecting, which is weird. Like this never happened before.
That's weird.
But to show you guys, let me see.
Give it a second. Why isn't it showing?
I don't really care if y'all see how many listens I have. I can change my name.
Oh,
Okay,
sweet.
so you did about 31,000 in the past, well, per month the last 2 months. That's good.
Yeah.
Send me that.
So good.
Send me that screenshot in Instagram, please.
Okay.
And what do you think? Do you expect to scale more? Like, what are your personal goals with this?
I just wanted to take it as far as it can go. But narrowing down my focus now that I'm at 100, I just want to get to 200 a day at this point. After talking to you, you were saying that it's harder to scale to. It's more difficult. I wouldn't say hard.
Yeah.
But it's more difficult to scale to 100K profit a year because of cancellations from the sources, websites, and stuff. So
Well,
it's
you come across when you come across more challenge. I'm not saying like that is just one example of some of the challenges that come up when you scale to a certain level, right? And I'm not saying that to say you should not scale to that level. I'm just saying that you should be prepared for all that type of bullshit to happen.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then like Roman has jumped on Amazon. In order to play the Amazon game, you need like a decent amount of cash or credit. Scaling Amazon is a lot easy. Let me not say a lot easier. It takes less time, but the game that you're playing with Amazon is
different.
Yeah, because they hold your money and so on.
Yeah.
So, like, I would get eBay. You have eBay to like a steady amount. I will get it. Push it to 5, 6 if you want, but look at Amazon. If you're doing Amazon FBA already, that would also help. So you're doing Amazon FBA, correct?
Yep.
I would. Again, don't get yourself distracted, Amazon, and screw your eBay account up. But I would get into Amazon and try to get payability, especially because you started with FBA. It'll be easier to get payability. You'll need some credit, but try to split between the two. Because you're trying to make $100,000 a year, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
1 second.
Okay.
1 second.
Okay.
You all go ahead.
Yeah, we'll talk, Virshon.
Okay.
So we built on eBay. So Amazon's a whole different beast. Like
I
when
already know.
you start getting on Amazon, bro, believe it. It was almost didn't feel real. Like my store, if I pull up my screenshot one more time, or not my screenshot, my store. My Amazon's been off for a while just because you gotta have capital to deal with certain things, but let's see. If I look at, let's see, where am I? Yeah. So FBA is cool. What made you? Because FBA is a lot different, obviously, than drop shipping. And Matt was able to use skills that he used in FBA to actually become like an amazing drop shipper. Are you planning to drop ship on Amazon as well, or are you gonna stick with FBA, or like
I don't know
your angle with it?
Because I don't have a lot of liquid right now, you know. I mean, I do have a decent amount of liquid for my age, but at the same time, I don't really have as much as I need to scale FBA.
Okay.
From my understanding, I can have 2 different accounts, one for FBA, one for drop shipping, but I'll need 2 different computers, 2 different.
Why would you? Okay, so first of all, before you start, like I'm glad you noticed that you have limited money to scale FBA, because once you do the math, you realize that like to make $100,000 a year doing FBA, you need a lot of money, right? That's just, you need a lot of money, because with the lead time, with the profits, with Amazon charging 30% and not 15%, you need a lot more money.
Damn, they charge 30%? Oh, I didn't know that for FBA. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
So 30%. Wow. So if you're doing 50% profit on an item, you were only 20% of the sale was actually the cost, right?
No, it was weird. No, I didn't get charged 30%. I was getting like max like 15%, because like I threw $7,000, it's probably like $6,000, something like that, towards a product, and was paid out like $12K.
Okay. but you still put up a lot. My whole idea is, my whole point is, once you do the math on scaling FBA, you just tie up a lot of money. Like, that's why a lot of big retailers do drop shipping, because the game with retail and keeping stock just in time for when people need it is the math. You tie up a lot of money to scale FBA. Now, I know you will say, like, you might be afraid to do FBA with drop shipping. I think it would be advantageous to do both in the same account, because you did FBA before, you will easily get payability, and then that will give you the ability to drop ship and get the money right away, instead of, well, in a couple of days, instead of waiting 2 weeks like they regularly pay out. So
we'll definitely have to talk about that after the call, because I'm a little nervous of jumping that gun if, like, nobody ever did it before and I really have no footsteps, I guess, in front of me.
Well, when we come off, it's funny because when we come off this call, I meant to talk to Roman about something like this, so I guess we could just stay and talk about it.
Okay, that's not good.
So that's funny. I forgot we're on live. Is there any questions?
Out of it. Let's see. What is Christian saying? You guys using SKU-Grid? No, for Amazon drop shipping or eBay?
No, I think he was talking about eBay. He asked that a while ago.
No, you want to use DS Genie and Pricing Genie.
Were you using SKU-Grid before at all, or you were just doing the cancellations, Roman?
Me, I use SKU-Grid. I've been using SKU-Grid maybe the last week or two. I've had it on my account, yeah.
And Virshon, have you?
That's actually what stopped me from getting to 30K. The SKU-Grid was repricing my items, and I was checking my price, my price formula or whatever.
Yeah.
For some reason, it was really my $50 items, they would change my price to like $100-some, and that was stopping me from getting a lot of sales. And every single day for like a week and a half straight, I had to go through every single item and reprice it. And eventually, I just cut it off and just started.
SKU-Grid is kind of confusing with the repricing. Like, a few of my items, I realized it was selling, but they had brought me to break even. So I don't know what I was doing wrong, honestly. But yeah, I'm trying to. SKU-Grid is interesting.
Like, I don't want to talk about them, but I just personally didn't like them. So I started doing cash.
Christian, you said you're shooting. You said, Roman, you're shooting for $1,000 profit in a day. No, not on Amazon. When I say I want to make $1,000 profit a day, by the end of this year, I'm talking about between eBay, Amazon, and anything else I do, whether that's coaching or whatever. So we're talking about all streams of income.
Yeah, 1K a day actually feel good, bro. Like, profit, it feels good, especially like you just.
How did it feel, Mark? Tell us.
What's that?
Tell us how it felt when you found out you were making at least. How old were you when you're making your first 1K a day profit?
It depends. I made 10 years ago. So I was 26. I made money. No, but I played poker and made a lot of money too. So I've made a decent amount of money doing a lot of different things and lost all of it, right?
Yeah.
I think the most recent, like when I was like 7 years ago, like when I just started back to dropship and I like started to make steady money, and I could tell that I had more control of the money than like. It's more exciting to be able to make $1,000 a day and have control of yourself making $1,000 a day. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with poker, I might have, when I was playing tournaments every single day, I might cash in 1 out of 5 tournaments, or it might take a ton of tournaments to make a lot of money or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So that is a different type of exciting. When you're making $1,000 a day from drop shipping or affiliate marketing and you have control over it, that's when it gets exciting, because you know how much it costs to make this money, you know how long it takes, and it's easier to scale. And when I got to that a few years ago, I'm sure I have that video. I have a video that I did on Instagram years ago, and I just kind of lost it, because a lot of what people talk about, most people online, what they talk about, what it takes to make $1,000 a day or whatever, it's just not usually realistic.
Hmm.
It's not like, I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, I've made $1,000 a day before doing a lot of different things. Blogging, fucking playing poker. I made a lot of money playing poker. I made 180 grand in 6 months playing poker. But I blew all of it because I was living in Vegas and like the lifestyle there is crazy. Like if imagine you in Vegas. I tell the story a few times. You in Vegas, there's 9 dudes and 1 girl on the final table, right? And when this table is over, there are 9 idiots between 21 and 40 that have together $400,000, and you're in Vegas. So you have like 20 grand. You're like, okay, I could spend 5, and you end up spending 12 in one night just because you're a fucking idiot, right? But that is not the same as what we do now, because like it's just you have control, but the environment is crazy. And
then what was it? Maybe then instead of like your first time, when was your first time making $1,000 a day? If you would combine just like the software and drop shipping, like selling DS Genie and like.
Nah, right. That's what I'm saying. That might have been like 6 years ago. Like I made $1,000 in a day from drop shipping, because one Christmas I took the eBay account to close to $400,000 in a month, and then I never went there again. This was 2013, so that's
crazy.
That's 2013. But I would never go back there. And remember that then as well, you didn't need software, because when prices went up and down, you just give a refund and eBay wouldn't give a fuck. Like this idea of that affecting your seller standard is something relatively new.
Yeah, that's 400,000. What the fuck?
It's kind of bizarre. And then we had sold like 30-something table tennis boards at $300 something, and like most of them were fucking defective. So I had like over 10 grand tied up in PayPal cases.
Wow.
And like the only way you survive at that point is doing in drop shipping, because remember you don't. It's not like you putting out the money, but the only reason you survive at that point is when you're doing that type of volume.
Yeah, right? Well, you couldn't tell this like Walmart or whoever that they were broken and they could just give you your money back.
Yeah, but it took a while because it was an academy item. It was shipped by freight, so it took 2 fucking weeks for these people to get there.
Oh, okay.
Then they realized half of the people just open cases without telling me anything. So I'm getting cases. I'm like, oh fuck. And then Academy is not going to give me the refund until they get the shit back, and it goes back via freight as well.
Wow.
So
yeah,
like,
that's fucked. Yeah.
So when you guys hear me like I keep around 100,000, then I kind of ventured up to 200,000. It was because of that experience, right? It was because of like,
wow.
So like playing this game to make 5-10 grand a month, drop shipping when you have no control is fine. Like the risk is whatever, right? But like I've seen the risk of when you scale up to like these big numbers, and it's only a risk if you don't have a lot of money in the bank. And most dropshippers don't have a lot of money in the bank because you get into this business because you don't have a lot of money.
You don't have money. Yeah.
Right? So you end up trying to find that balance between scaling and making sure that you're not risking too much and fucking everything up.
Fuck yeah. Damn. So yeah, eBay is probably the best to cap, I think, probably at 100,000, like for most people.
I mean, this is the thing. People do. I like to, because we know eBay and Amazon, I like to keep, like, I wouldn't cross eBay more than 200,000 a month in sales. Now 100 is kind of safe, but if you could play the Amazon game, Amazon is where you need to move to from an eBay. If you have a limited amount of money, you should start at eBay.
Yeah, especially if you get payability.
Yeah,
because they actually do same day. If you request it, I think before 12, you can get your payability payment the same day in your bank account.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
It's something crazy. It's something crazy. Nuts. So you've been successfully doing eBay dropshipping for a very short time, like 2-3 months, right? Virshon?
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when you get everything intact and using DSGD properly and automating everything, you should be able to
Mhm.
easily take that to 60,000 a month. That's bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just when when you pressed, you figure stuff out. You
Right.
know,
Yeah. But well, so this is
like
the thing. You have to make sure and keep that feeling. Because
oh
you
yeah,
can get no, listen, it's easy to say. It's
Yeah,
easy
yeah,
to
yeah,
say
yeah.
that you pressed all the time. But when your bank account keep going up and then you realize I could take a little break and I could
Don't let your foot off the gas.
yeah,
Like
dude.
don't take it for granted. I'm telling you right now. Don't
As
like it's
Otis,
not.
Otis would say,
Yeah,
don't start feeling yourself.
yeah, you're not shit. It's
You're not
not
shit.
promised. You know, it's not promised like at all. Like this shit can be taken away from you. So just yeah, definitely keep your foot on the gas. But like I like what you're doing, bro. Like I'm seriously like really like proud of what you're doing. Like it's real dope, man.
appreciate that.
Yeah, to see
Appreciate that.
you guys. Yeah, Gail said Virshon reminds her of Tari. I could see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I could definitely,
yeah.
I could most definitely see that.
Wow, that's like
He's
the
actually
third time
very
I got that.
similar. Yeah, dude. Yeah, but
I
you
gotta
just need
meet
to.
this dude.
Nah, you have to. You have to. But you need to. You just keep in that direction and don't. Yeah, don't take it for granted. Just keep. You're fucking 21, dude. Like, don't. Like,
Yeah.
you're 21, and there's nothing I could say it, but just keep going. If you could go hard, like really hard, and stay focused for 3 to 5 years, like,
Mhm.
and I mean focus, not like just fucking off and take your vacations and find that balance. But if you could stay focused for 3 to 5 years, not necessarily
Mhm.
only drop shipping, but just focusing on what you're building, you'll see like this.
Mhm.
You can set this eBay up to just give you 5 to 10 grand a month passive, and then do
Mhm.
Amazon, and then you'll open up to do a lot of other shit. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
That sounds cool. I mean, me experiencing my first failures and like financial failures with like selling insurance, I kind of do have that mentality of just like what's next now instead of like just soaking up the little flour. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was saying, I would make a couple thousand in a day selling insurance, but I would literally take the month off because I just sold this couple for like 2,000. Yeah. So
I know. Listen,
yeah.
I know. I listen. In 2000, where was I living at the time? I was in Texas, so that had to be
Hmm.
2007. For the first six
Mhm.
months out of the year, I made close to $200,000. No. This was 2009, right? When I went and blew all my money. So 2009, I made close to $200,000 the first half of the year because I left
Jesus.
Houston, Texas on the 30th of
Mhm.
June 2009, and I literally did nothing until January.
What were you doing in Texas?
My ex-wife worked in oil.
Ah, okay.
So when I was with her, like we just lived wherever she worked, and I made money online. So
Jesus,
Okay.
200 grand in 6 months. It's not half
6 months,
bad.
and like I was, this is 2009, so
Real.
I was 26. So I'm like feeling myself, like
Yeah,
Mhm.
Mark,
partying.
'cause you didn't did you use your degree?
No, I have a degree in mathematics, dude.
So you got the degree. Yeah, why did you like what made you say, I just got this degree, but I don't want
I
to do
got
it.
the degree to leave Trinidad. I didn't get the degree because I was remember I'm in a little different situation in the sense that I grew up in Trinidad on this little fucking island. There's a limited amount of opportunity. At the time, university wasn't free in Trinidad either. University in Trinidad is free now, but at the time it wasn't free. So I got a scholarship to go to the US, right?
Ah,
Um,
okay.
when I first got the full scholarship, the idea was to study engineering because everyone, like Trinidad has oil, so like one of the biggest like jobs home is to be like a fucking engineer, whatever. So the idea was to do engineering, but when I got to college, engineering was so many credits that I couldn't do
Mhm.
anything with respect to business and entrepreneurship because I was one of the kids also. I used to sell basketball cards, sell like smoothies in college, like sell whatever the fuck, right? Smoothies in high school, I mean. So when I got to college and I wanted to like try my own business and stuff, engineering was just too many credits. So I switched to
Mhm.
mathematics because it was like, electrical engineering was 138 credits and mathematics was 120. And I was really good at math. So like I would literally miss 6 weeks of calculus and just go do the exams and pass it. So the whole me of doing the degree was to get the opportunity to live in the US and understand the system and figure out, because the US is pretty much the closest thing to pure capitalism there is.
Oh yeah, the biggest market in the world.
So in my situation, me getting degrees, even going to my master's, was a situation of just staying there and doing stuff that I like. Mathematics just got natural to me, so it wasn't like I had to study and shit. And I used the time, like in college, I used to sell websites from this company in India, and I'm just selling it and outsourcing to India. I just used to do a lot of shit. I tried a lot of stuff. So the whole path of the degree is different. And then also, you motherfuckers, we didn't have YouTube as far as, when I was in college. Like, to get Facebook, you need a .edu email. Like, Facebook was like everyone. So it was a lot different. It was a lot different. A lot of internet marketing was like all these landing pages and long scripts, one-page of shit.
Who was like the Ty Lopez of your era? Who was like the guy in the internet?
What's his dude name? Fuck, hold on. The Rich Jerk.
Who the hell is that?
Exactly. Look up the Rich Jerk.
I'm gonna look that up right now.
I forgot that dude.
What is this?
Look up the Rich Jerk. The Rich Jerk was a Ty Lopez of my time.
Oh, I see him in front of the yellow Lambo and the girl. Okay.
I forgot that. But he kind of survived through social media as well. I don't think he's doing anything right now, but
you should have him on the channel. You should have him on the channel, man. You should call him.
Bro. Yeah, there's a fucking mess, dude. Yeah, I remember that. He's been at this game for a long time.
Jesus.
Since the Rich Jerk first became known in 2006 and 2007 for his internet marketing product, The Rich Jerk. Many news in it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. So Virshon, what I want to do is, if we could have you on the channel maybe every 2 weeks, just to like talk about your progress and talk about like the inner circle. Because the thing is, right, the inner circle, I could talk all I want on YouTube till the end of the fucking earth. But I think what I've noticed is that one of the biggest advantages of the inner circle is when you're on the live calls and you know that the person talking to you is making money and you know other people in the group is making money, you're motivated to continue going, right? Like when we started the inner circle, I did not know I would like it. I did not know if it would have benefited anyone. It was just a matter of let's try this thing, right? And what it turned into, I mentioned to Roman, I think it was last Monday when I did the call or the Monday before, is that what I turned into is when I see people actually making money and when I see the interaction, it just reminds me of like the value of it.
Yeah.
And the importance. So I would like to continue and document like what you're doing and just talk about YouTube, because there are a lot of, I try not to stay with all the bullshit and all the hype and stuff. And a lot of guys you age, how much is Virshon experience? Someone just asked, how much is Virshon's experience on eBay in time?
3 months, it should be, right?
No, so you're on eBay for 7 months or something.
Yeah,
with time. Yeah.
Constant videos on YouTube when I had like nobody to go to. It was nothing but YouTube, calling up eBay, and trial and error. That's really it. Like I really just kind of figured out how to pay myself. I told Roman this when I got off the call with him last 2-3 weeks ago. I like clear my accounts out every day, like my PayPal out every day. I pay my eBay fees every day, just so I can keep track.
Yeah,
so you know the exact profit.
Yeah, you want to be so you know the profit, and you don't want to end up in a situation. There are a lot of people who drop ship and want to pretend like they're making a lot more money than they are, and then at the end of the month, eBay comes to take their fees, and then they're like, Why do I have it? Like someone messaged me this last week. They're like, I thought I was making 10%, but now I owe eBay $300. That's all my profit. I was like, that's
What?
fucking.
Wow.
Then they weren't making any percent then.
That's the thing. Some people, I don't know if people just ignore the fact that they have to pay eBay or they don't want to remember they have to pay eBay.
It's kind of annoying though that eBay just don't take it from the transaction.
Yeah, I like how Amazon, I mean, they just take it out.
Yeah, like every dollar you see is yours.
Yeah. eBay just away, but yeah. But then I get to pay them with a credit card, and then I can get the extra points on that.
Oh, you know what I found out? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Now with Roman, because you said you had the big Amex, right?
Yeah, the platinum.
And I found out that over $5,000 in purchase, that's 5 times the points on that. So if you let your eBay fees pile up, if you want to $5K, you can make 25,000 points on that, which is like.
I would have to do more than I'd have to do 50K in a month, I think, to get to that, because I usually pay a fee. My fee would usually be like between 3,000 and 4,000, because that's what my account will scale to. But yeah, if I scale the account to 60K, then yeah, if I paid with the platinum. So where did you read that? I don't know the platinum. If the purchase is 5,000, that they give you 5x. Oh, word! That's what's up. That would be 25,000 points, which would be around $300 when I put it into the brokerage account. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I'm with all
that's pretty decent that out. And Home Depot is like super open to resellers. I tried to call and disguise like I was a buyer, but she's like, "We support all our resellers." She got to give me tips and everything.
Yeah, no, the sources I don't really like. It's only eBay that I don't, say anything. But if it's Home Depot or even Walmart, sometimes, honestly, they don't really care.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was a little nervous
when you're buying the items, especially Home Depot. Yeah, this one lady, she knew I was a reseller. Like every address was different. And,
and then Roman, do you ever go to get a price match from Home Depot?
Yeah, I've done that a few times. With Amazon, actually, I'll buy something. Well, actually, they want you to chat before now, which is annoying. They want you to chat and say, "Hey, can I price match this?" And then they'll honor it. But no, price matching, it's easy.
Yeah. And I noticed yesterday. So check this shit out. There's a product I'm drop shipping on Amazon. That I'm drop shipping from Home Depot to Amazon. And like I'm seeing my price, the price that I'm pricing it at, right?
Yeah.
And then when I click the link and I check it, so let's say I'm selling, I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm selling the item for $250, right? And then when I check the link, it would say like $219. And then it'll be like save $30. Like get $30 off with this Amazon discount or something like that.
Maybe they're trying to get you to sign up for something?
No. So my item that I'm selling for $250, Amazon is giving $30 off to the customer.
Oh, but for what reason?
I have no idea, but I use someone else. Like I use my wife's bank card and bought it from myself with a VPN and all the shit, and I got the full price.
Maybe Amazon just
taking up. So it is very strange. And then why I find that strange is because one of those items is coming from, like I'm drop shipping from Home Depot to Amazon, and then Amazon is giving $20 off or something. I don't know. That is very strange.
I have no idea. What? Yeah. So you bought it with your wife's card, and what did Amazon want you to do?
Amazon charged her card with the discount, and I received the full price as a seller. I just wanted to see if I really had the buy box. I wanted to see if like Amazon was taking the buy box and giving a discount, but no. I had the buy box, and Amazon is giving them a discount and giving me the full price and eating the discount just to get the sale.
I don't understand the discount though. Like what? Because usually, is Amazon, having you sign up for something to get the discount?
No.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I find it strange. I didn't understand because I'm repricing my items, and I was like, wait, why is this thing saying $30 less? And I'm looking at my inventory manager, and I'm seeing the right price, and I'm looking at the fucking page, and it's like $30 less. I'm like, what the fuck? And then, so I didn't know if they were like disguising it to give someone else a buy box, because I'm looking at the cheapest price on the fuck. You see what I'm saying? When I look at all the competition, I'm seeing that I'm the cheapest. But when I look at the page, I'm seeing a price $30 less.
Yeah. So you thought Amazon was trying to, you know, get themselves to get
something. So, and it was an item that's selling like $30,000 a month too, right?
Wow.
So,
okay.
so it's like, Millie Love said, "Hey y'all, I have a question. I'm confused. eBay asked me to stop charging sales tax. Submit documents that allow me to charge sales tax on the platform. What documents are?" So, first of all, when back in the day, we could have charged sales tax in like most states, and eBay wouldn't give a fuck. This is up to like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. Now they actually give a fuck. So you're supposed to be only charging sales tax what in your state, and
only charge in your state. You probably got to give them a resale certificate to prove that you can collect that tax. You shouldn't be charging for every state. Somebody else had sent me a message about that. Yeah, you definitely can't collect tax in every state.
Well, I stopped collecting. I don't collect at all anymore.
Really?
Okay.
And I haven't been held to that yet. But this is not me giving you guys tax advice. I'm just telling you what.
I almost charged California for sales tax because they annoying.
Yeah.
Like every purchase in California is taxed almost.
Well, then
everything's taxed.
You need to send your tax certificate. Can we talk about PayPal jail? How do you guys submit receipts for PayPal jail? For PayPal jail or MC011?
Yeah, that's different. Because PayPal jail, you don't
smash the like button. Yeah, it's PayPal jail, but PayPal jail, you don't send receipts. You send the tracker numbers and the release of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what. How about info? Christian, what are you talking about, dude? You're just throwing out a lot of words.
No, I think he might be talking about MC011.
He's in PayPal jail receipt supply information.
There's 25 people.
There are 25 people watching this shit. Smash the like button. Ask some questions. It's Saturday.
What time is it over there, Mark?
No, it's late. It's almost 12 o'clock.
Oh, it's like 1 o'clock here.
Yeah, I usually every Saturday. So on Saturdays, I usually go out with my family, go to the beach or something. But this is the first Saturday that I just decided to stay home and sleep late. I haven't been, because I've been waking up extra early now that I'm doing Amazon dropshipping also. I want to do it myself. So yeah.
Yeah, Amazon's exciting.
Do y'all have like a schedule, or y'all just kind of got a to-do list and just do it at whatever time?
Well, you know, I have an office, so I kind of have a schedule, but I wake up. Yeah, I have a schedule. I try to wake up. I don't have an alarm, but I wake up between 3 and 5 every day.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I wake up pretty early. You know, sometimes if I can't sleep, I'll just wake up in the middle of the night and just do some work and then try to go to sleep. It's been hard for me to sleep lately, honestly. But
really?
Yeah, but let's see. I usually wake up around 5, I'd say.
5 o'clock? 8 a.m.?
5 a.m., yeah.
Y'all crazy. I'd go to sleep at 5 a.m.
Right. Well, some people work. That's the thing. I'm weirded out about. Some people just need to sleep at different times, and some people are just more productive at certain times. I'm more productive. Like when I was in college, I used to stay up all night. And then I realized that once I get into a system and I'm waking up at like 3 in the morning, I get a lot more work done before everyone wakes up. Then I deal with all the bullshit with customers and stuff. And then by the end of the day, I'm so tired I could actually sleep. Because usually I have a problem with insomnia. But I just wake up early instead of, I used to wake up late. Now I just wake up early. And I have a child, so that also fucks everything up. Like now I'm on his schedule.
Yeah, I get and they do not care about your schedule.
They could give a fuck. Like his nanny bought him a T-shirt. It's in Spanish. It said something like, "If I'm not sleeping, y'all are not fucking sleeping." What's the difference between Diashini and Price Engineer? Should I get both? So Diashini is a lister and sniper. Price Engineer that's changing up. You need both.
So 6
I have
friends want to own and run their
on eBay and
account.
PayPal account for 30% of profit. Get it there to add up profit. What? I have 6 friends that want me to own and run there. So we do
trying to
that.
do it done for you.
No, so I'm just telling you what we do. Like we have separate computers for all the accounts. So that we literally separate all the accounts by physical computers and then get a VPN. So you have different IP addresses and different MAC addresses because although you have different IP addresses, you want to have different computers as well.
Even on eBay.
eBay is a little more flexible, but like, for instance, you remember Chris who was down here for Grind Camp?
Yeah.
So Chris's brother's account got shut down for he was selling some bullshit items or something. They are on the same household, same address and everything, and his account wasn't affected.
Yeah, Chris is still selling. I think he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, Chris is still.
Oh, the dark skinned guy?
Yeah, he has like kind of hair.
Yeah, I met him in Irvine in like September. Yeah.
Oh, what's that about?
Yeah, it was Bunt's event. Like he had an in-person event for eBay and Amazon. I was always scared to jump into Amazon, honestly, even back then, because I'd be stupid too if I didn't even scale eBay to anything.
Mhm.
So yeah, I kind of met him. We ain't have like a lot of words, but yeah, I remember him because he was like the only other black dude. Outside of like 3 of us.
Really?
Yeah, Chris is in that world too. Like the different internet marketers. I talked to him about that when he was here. He showed me this website where you can get all the. He actually gave me his login where you can get a bunch of courses and stuff, like torrented.
That's so strange. Like a lot of these guys I only know now because I know the biggest guys, but like a lot of them I know more from Eric and like interacting with you guys because it's like Jeff Bunton. I only heard about him from the circle. And the first person that told me about him was Jason Rodriguez, and then I was like, oh,
yeah, one of those internet guys, Jet Set Fly, Kenzo, those guys, man.
I never realized but I'm not gonna drop no names. This has nothing to do with Bunt and them though. But I didn't realize I was a sucker until I just sat back and really just practiced some discernment. Like my lady really taught me to practice discernment.
What do you mean?
His course wasn't good? Jeff?
No, his course is actually solid. Like I said, I'm the one that didn't follow the steps and work my tail off. But as far as I'm just gonna say the Amazon dropshipping course, I don't think they ever released a dropshipping course. But somebody out there in this world did. However, they kind of knew that dropshipping on eBay was still alive, but they tagged it as dead to sell to the audience they Amazon.
I mean, like 2 dudes?
I think y'all know what I'm talking about. But it wasn't Bunt and them. I'm talking about somebody else. We can talk about that after.
Okay.
Put nobody's name out, but
it's all good. They're not gonna call a hit on you, bro. You can say their name.
I know, but I'm just not the type of dude.
All right, man. I respect it.
Not to the public, Like, yeah, we could chop it up about it like after the live, but I realized like, wow, these people are literally selling scarcity.
Like, I wish I could have these people on my channel. I would just have these. This is the thing. I seriously want to have these fucking conversations, but no one would do it. Listen, I have close friends who are marketers that would not have a conversation with me on YouTube.
I mean, if you want to be honest,
he wouldn't do it. We've been talking about it. He's thinking about doing it now. But one of my best friends, he would not. Because like what you have to do to have the most conversions is fucking horrible.
Really? I mean, technically, I guess you can say like it was dead. So like you're not wrong for saying that, but if you know a
You
workaround,
are wrong for saying that if it's just a fucking
you're
lie.
wrong. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like,
But
if you want to be
that's what
technical,
you have to understand, that in the world of internet marketing, like
Mhm.
there are not that many people that would just make the money based on results. You know what I mean? Like what is okay, so like what is exciting, the reason why we've been doing the Amazon dropshipping stuff a lot, and
Mhm.
why I also have this call with you with the eBay inner circle. I have been, if you guys want to join the inner circle, there's a link in the description. It's because what we focus on is the results, right? I showed my results. I'm showing you guys results. Matthew showed his results. He's showing that students are making money, and we're having people talking about how much money each person is actually making,
Yeah,
right?
and you can message the students. You can like
And
hit
you
them
can,
up.
like, I'm fucking tagging you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I posted yesterday, I posted my sales, and I used some shitty program to draw a circle around it. And this dude was like, "This is one of these Google images. You can see the low quality of the image." So I was like, "Dude, check your fucking private message." So I sent him a private message of the image, the new image with the more sales today, and he's like, "My bad, dude." Blah blah blah. But if the sad thing is, if I focused on the bullshit, on like driving nice cars and having girls in my videos and have, well, my wife will slap the shit out of me if I do that. But if I did go down that road, I would sell more, because we're
Way
not
more.
talking way more, because we're talking with these conversations. The sad thing is, okay, so the average single person income in the US is like $30,000, right?
Yeah.
So Virshon, you're 21, right? You're making, let's say, 40 grand a year, right? Doing this eBay shit, doing FBA, whatever, right? And you have people on fucking YouTube who are looking at these idiots with their Lamborghinis and the Ferraris and shit, telling you that you're not making enough money and the margins are bullshit and blah, blah, blah. And they're making 24 grand working at fucking McDonald's or some shit, but just getting hyped up off of the imagery on the internet. And people want the imagery. Like, I'm sure you paid other people with like more of the hype and got ripped off before you got to me. Have you? That's a question.
Of course, because I started with Ty Lopez, because that's the first course I ever took. I did make a couple of sales, but it wasn't
right. So
yeah.
just by that, you know that those guys are making more money, because there's some people.
Then I found Paul.
Right, but those guys with the imagery are making more money because there's some people who will pay them and stop, and then some people will pay them and continue. Like, let's see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, I fell for, of course, like, and of course you young, you want a Lamborghini, and like literally your mindset is he got it, he got something I want.
Let me
obviously
teach him how to do it.
Yeah, obviously you can teach me how to do it. I mean, if you
And
ask me,
those same guys are talking about the mentors that they have. You see what I'm saying?
You said what?
Those same guys are saying, I have these things because of my mentors. Let me be your mentor.
Yeah, it's just sales pitch.
And that is, they're setting you up from the beginning. And that's, I had to, Matthew and I've learned a lot from Matthew, because Matthew learned from mentors and learned from joining some of these programs. And I am different in the sense that I was always against all of these things. I was even freaked out by some of the guys in the, I had to get used to some of the guys in the circle referring to me as their mentor, just because like I'm freaked out about how people use that term on the internet. Right? Really? So the biggest marketing thing on the internet is, hey, I got all this shit because of my mentors. Now let me be your mentor. You can get all this shit also. But they're not, most of the people are not letting you know that they're getting all the shit with your money. And not with like
I mean, you do sell more. You do make more money just by selling your knowledge,
selling the information more than the business.
Yeah. And that's actually what MJ DeMarco or someone, I think that's the Millionaire Fast Lane. He kind of said that, like, if there's a gold rush, sell shovels, don't dig for gold.
Yeah.
True. It honestly is true. But
Sell the
yeah,
shovel,
like, I mean,
sell the helmets or whatever else you need.
yeah, like instead of just digging for gold yourself. Because I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie, my biggest, I guess you can call him mentor, like we referring to that guy right now, was in insurance. The dude was making buku bread. You know, he ain't have no fancy cars to flash to me, but he actually showed me results. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what I was sold on, the results, not
Yeah, my
just
mentor in real estate was the same way. He was a guy who his main thing was door knocking. So like we would talk all the time about door knocking. And yeah, he was making a ton of money. Like he had all these like amazing listings and everything like that. Dude just wore shorts.
Those guys weren't selling you anything.
Exactly. Just wearing shorts. He wore it every day to the office. He would just wear t-shirt, shorts.
money.
Literally, just his pair of Converse. He'd wear like almost the same outfit every day. Just had a normal like truck or whatever, and you would never know that he was on like the board as like one of the top real estate agents in that office. Like obviously you would know because he was on the wall or whatever. But based on his appearance, you would never know like how much money he was really making, you know? So I just like I take that same way with Mark or anything like that. But just makes a lot of money and it just
I'm not hearing. Are you hearing Roman properly, Virshon?
Yeah, Roman cut out a little bit at the end.
Yeah, Roman, you cut out for a second. You're still muted. I still can't hear you.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, yeah, you know.
Okay, what I was saying is I recently, like in the last probably spending time with Mark and even my uncle who like made a lot of money. Like he just, you know, he makes a lot of money. He just drives. He actually used to have a Benz and everything like that, but he like now he just has his Prius and everything. You know, he's like the #1 trial and jury consultant, like in zip code around where we are. And then he's not fancy at all. So just you start to catch on to there's a lot of people that are making a lot of money that you want to learn from that aren't like the fancy, like aren't very fancy, and they're more conservative. If you think about Warren Buffett, you know, as well, like he living in the same house that he bought in the 70s, you know, and he's a billionaire.
Because the thing is, but what we have to realize is that a lot of the mentors of today, or the people who want to say that they're mentors, their business is being fancy.
What's being fancy?
You got a question?
Their business is being fancy.
Oh, well, yeah.
You guys,
the business.
Yeah, we have a tough question. We're not looking at questions. My bad.
My bad.
Yeah, Mark,
I ain't want to cut nobody off.
that you can put a certain image, because if you think about it, anybody can really put up that image and not make that much money. Like you can get a Lambo if you want it. You can get a Gallardo for like under 100 grand. You could get yourself some sort of luxury apartment, or whatever, not make that much money and really maybe make 5 grand or 6 grand a month and do that. And then you can end up making all this money off of trying to market the fact, even though you might be living paycheck to paycheck in the sense that although you're making okay, like decent money in your business, now people are marketing the fact that, you know, they're living paycheck to paycheck and really spending more than they earned, and now they're making all that money off that. So yeah, it's just man, it just makes you think, man. I don't want to have to worry about just, you know, rent or things like that. If I can get over that hump, like, and just be comfortable and go where I want, eat what I want, and just build my businesses and focus on just things that make me happy, I think I'm good with that, honestly.
Yeah, so let's answer some of these questions before we go, because we've been going for about an hour now.
Oh shoot, yeah, word. So
the Revis effect asked of the latest, not the latest question, the first question about getting his account suspended.
What was that question?
He says, also, I got my account suspended, was a part of DS Genie and made $5,000 in a month. I can show you a video I made, but how do I get my account back to selling?
What is your suspension? Is it MC011? What is it? What's the specifics of it? Because there's like MC999. There's like different ones.
Yeah, I'm not even seeing my internet is messing up. I'm not seeing the
So Revis, put in specifically what eBay suspended you for and what they say you need to do to get unsuspended. Right? So MCS001, I honestly don't know what that is. What is that? Have you heard about that, Mark? MCS? I don't know what that is.
Never heard of it.
Did you mistype MC011 or what?
It looked like he was probably saying MC011. Maybe not.
Who else has questions? There's 20 people in here that want to drop ship and make money. Obviously, you wouldn't be watching this video if you're not trying to make money. So ask the question. You know?
Yeah, if you scroll up,
June is Savage. Yeah, June is Savage was saying, what website should you drop ship from to Amazon? That's you use sources.
I use Home Depot.
Same as eBay.
No, he's saying like some sources to drop ship to Amazon.
Yeah, the same as eBay. You just use your, Walmart's, your Home Depot,
Sears, Kmart,
Lowe's. Yeah.
Academy website.
Obviously, you wouldn't want to use Amazon.
Yeah.
That would not work out.
I saw one person doing Amazon to Amazon drop shipping, but I wouldn't take it.
I saw one of the guys in the inner circle, remember, Mark, he was doing eBay to eBay?
Yeah.
International. That's crazy. Is he still around? Is he still
Yeah, he's still. I don't know if he's doing eBay to eBay, but he's from Lithuania or some shit.
Okay.
You can do that.
Gail said we got 3 more questions. Where are those questions?
The other 3, let me see. If we don't pay tax to our source and then charge tax to the customers, then is that illegal?
No, that's what you do. Because then you would remit it to your state. You don't pay tax on your source like Walmart because you're charging tax, right? That's the reason why you're doing that.
Right. You don't pay tax and then don't charge tax. Like, what would be legal is if you don't pay taxes and you charge taxes and
Yeah, that's the most illegal part about it. But even if you're tax exempt, you will get sometime even charge sales tax, which is perfectly fine. It just happens.
Okay, yeah. Christian, this actually happened to, I think, Tommy. Sometimes PayPal, when you're in PayPal jail and you scale up your store, they might ask you for a bank statement or something. I think Tommy dealt with that. I remember he was in grind camp and he was telling me about that. So yeah, just provide what you have. Okay? Give them your bank statement, and just give them the invoices from what you purchased and what you resold.
Is it possible?
PayPal is not gonna ban you or anything like that. They pretty much just want to prove you have items that you're giving to customers. That's all.
All right. Okay, guys. So let's cut this. Well, I wouldn't say cut it short. We've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. But Virshon, let's really catch up because these conversations, these longer type of conversations, I really like having. And it also makes I learn a lot from this as well. I think, and I don't, Roman, I'm not sure. Roman had mentioned to me a week or 2 ago how important the inner circle was, and I didn't respond to Roman and explain to him that I need to be reminded of that sometimes, because having these conversations and understanding where you guys are at and the success you're having or the challenges you're having as well is important to me, because I figured all this stuff out more or less by myself. And I am learning the value of this process as well. And I learned it from you guys. I'm learning it from Matthew with He's doing the Amazon Inner Circle. So
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous value. I mean, honestly, it's like charity almost. I mean,
So
not
I want to
quite
catch you.
paying, but I mean, just to
But
be able to do the live calls and getting the software for 2 accounts for a year.
What you guys making full time income at 21? That let me ask you one other thing, Virshon. What is before we go? What are your friends saying? What are your parents saying?
Okay, this shit is funny. Okay. Everybody in my family, I'm so damn genuine to people that I'm like, I know what it done for me. So it's just like, come drop ship with me. Come drop ship with me. My brother, my cousins.
And everyone
my
looking at you
sister.
like you're crazy, no?
Exactly. My uncle, on the other hand, he was a salesman. So he kind of like got a gist of some type of mindset of just revenue. And that's the only guy that was just like, dog, like I got time to drop ship or throw money into inventory or whatever. But everybody else look at me like I'm crazy. They be talking to me like saying you think you would know it all, and I'm as humble as can be. I don't get it. And maybe because I'm not knocking people. I'm just saying that maybe it's their own insecurities. I don't know.
It's not for
But
everyone, man. Some people, I mean, it's not for
yeah,
everyone.
it's really not. Like some people like honestly be like, well, what are you gonna do when it dry up? I'm like, well, if you got a skill to like, for example, with drop shipping, if you got a skill to plug in your value in a marketplace, I don't think you could ever fail. And with FBA, you got the skill of buying low and selling high. You can never go out of business. Even maybe in a recession, you may take a hit. I never personally lived through a recession, but at the same time, dog, like once you got the skills, which takes some time to learn, but once you got them, like you can't take that away from you. You can burn your
Yeah, it's
degrees.
like people say, what do you do if it dries up? First of all, it's bigger than drop shipping. I'm sure for both of us, drop shipping is where like our foundation, but obviously I'm sure we're both interested in doing other things as well. But people say that, but what happens if you get fired? It's like who care? You'll figure out, what you did wrong, and you'll work to find a solution to, get to where you need to go next. I don't really understand that.
But this is what most people supposed to think, right? This is how most people respond to when someone say, "How is it going to if it dries?" Like, where to start? So first of all, if all we're doing as drop shippers, I see it even on a bigger scale, right? Because if you guys, I live in the second poorest country in our hemisphere, and I sell into the richest country in the hemisphere, right? So, and e-commerce is just starting. So I am making my life's bet on the fact that with 300 something million Americans that are spending billions of dollars every year on shit that they don't need, that's the bet that I'm making. I think when we fall into this like drop shipping and like making money online, you tend to make it seem like it's some sort of quick trick that you figured out. And like you have to understand, like this is like, no, seriously, because this is like, I've been in making money online for a long time, right? So like we've seen things like you can rank really quickly on Google SEO and make a ton of money, or you could get Google pay-per-click ads really cheaply and sell some bullshit, or then you could get Facebook ads really cheaply and sell some shit from fucking AliExpress and Shopify, and when that shit gets expensive, then you sell some courses. But it's all principles. It's like people are looking at these things as little like it's just drop shipping. If you look at the principles based on what we're doing, we're selling on platforms with hundreds of billions of dollars of revenue, and we're just taking small pieces of that revenue. Now, if these platforms stop letting us sell on their platforms, we just now have to figure out how to get people to our own platform. But it's just games. It's just, unless people stop buying online, then I'll worry. But that shit, like, it just started. Fuck. Like, what is sad, right? What is sad is that at least my parents are a little older than your parents, right? I would assume. But the generation above us would give more respect to building a brick and mortar business for the most part than an online business. And the brick and mortar business comes with a lot more risks than the online business. Like
Yeah.
you're setting yourself up for failure. And it's interesting that a lot of people in the US, like our parents and our uncles and aunts and shit, are seeing malls closing down and seeing retail places closing down. Y'all are seeing it. Like y'all are physically seeing the effect where the fuck you are living, right? Y'all are seeing retail location closing down and more money going online, and y'all are making money based on that change in where that money is going. And no one is like the average person. It's not like, what the fuck? Like maybe we should. It's the average person like, you're crazy. Like
Yeah.
And that's mind blowing for that to happen in the US. Like I could understand people in Nicaragua being like, what is that nigga doing? Right? Because like they don't know. But like I'm just living here. I don't like they don't actually get like understand holistically what is going on. But it's weird for
dropshipping, eBay dropshipping is a small niche probably in all of making money online, you know?
Right.
It's for a little community.
So imagine me trying to convince my Nicaraguan friends that I'm drop shipping on eBay in the United States. But it's weird for me, like people in the US that are seeing this transition and seeing it affect what's happening every day and seeing how many people have Amazon Prime and still being like, this shit is gonna dry up. Bitch, we just fucking.
I don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, do you?
It's gonna dry up when Amazon takes over the world. Like, when
Amazon sells everything, Amazon owns every listing, they own every item.
They buy fucking Home Depot, they buy Sears, they buy Kmart, they buy
That's
eBay.
That's crazy. When they buy, that's gonna be nuts.
Our game, we find spaces between the competition. When there's no competition, then the game changes.
Yeah. Like, you know I wonder when they're gonna take down Walmart. Because it'll be one day.
Yeah, I don't know Walmart. But Jeff,
you believe in Walmart?
Yeah, like I try to.
What's that?
Do you believe in Walmart? You think Walmart will stand the test of time and keep competing? Because I think, do they do more in revenue than Amazon still, or did Amazon surpass them?
No, Amazon surpassed them.
Okay.
But I don't know. Times that the internet changes everything. We don't know if Walmart will make the correct technological decisions. That's the thing. All it is, like when I was in college, I read a book called The Walmart Effect. This is 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And Walmart was within 5 miles of 95% of America, within 10 miles of 95% of Americans and 5 miles within 85%, right? And back then that was a good thing. That was like, fuck, they're close to everyone. What they noticed when times have changed, because everyone is physically close to Walmart, no one thinks about buying from Walmart.com. So people are so programmed to go shop at Walmart. No one is buying from Walmart.com. And that is also what gives us the space of selling shit from Walmart on eBay and Amazon. Because people are already branded to know that if you're shopping online, you buy from eBay and Amazon.
Yeah.
So it's hard, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say what moves they will make. Like if you look at the internet is different than physical. So physical stores, like there's competition, right? There's like Target and Walmart, and people go to these different things for different experiences. If we look on the internet, MySpace is not here for a reason because every motherfucker is on Facebook. I mean, MySpace is there, but you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is about technology that makes it like just gobble up everyone else, and there's usually like one big player and all these small people scrabbling for money, and it's happening so quickly that I don't know. That's why Walmart bought Jet.com. Walmart didn't buy Jet.com because they didn't have a big retail business. They just didn't have anything on online.
Yeah, more people are buying online on Jet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. It would make sense for them to go out and start buying more online businesses.
Yeah, so it's a weird.
Dude, they play Monopoly.
Yeah, that's what all these motherfuckers doing.
Yeah, same. Yeah, man.
Oh my God, they play Monopoly.
These motherfuckers playing Monopoly.
Yeah, but like
we are the minions making the dice that they're rolling.
Oh yeah, I know. That was crazy.
These
And
now,
to think about,
we're not
yeah,
even, dude, we're not even staying in the hotels. We're making the fucking dice.
we're not. We're like, it's like we're running in for scraps. And you think about that, even though a lot of people make a lot of money drop shipping, we're just like the scraps of what they're actually pulling in, which is nuts.
Yeah, but what is interesting is that is the nature of the internet. Like Facebook comes and takes everything in a certain space. Instagram comes and take everything in a certain space. Right?
Facebook buys Instagram, so
Right.
they got
That
them up.
and Facebook bought Instagram before Instagram was a threat to them.
Yeah.
And then I'm old enough to see Instagram. Facebook just used to be a like dislike photo app. Instagram is just what Facebook was before.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's funny.
True. So it's just, yeah, dude, this internet thing, it's funny to see what people say and what our family and friends, because like my friends, I've been dropshipping 2 or 3 years before I started YouTube. I was doing the same thing, telling everyone, dude, you need to start dropshipping. And no one was just like, Mark, shut the fuck up. So then I was like, okay, I'll do that on YouTube, and now people find me. But it's weird because now that I have a big YouTube channel and all the shit, now I have friends and family messaging me like, you could help me with that dropshipping shit.
Exactly. Yeah. People will start messaging you once they see you doing some sort of, you're having success, but they didn't want to support or work with you when you were eating shit or like shit wasn't working out and you weren't making money, and like it's sad, man. Fuck.
I really kind of don't knock them though. Like I used to, honestly, but when I think back on it, I will support you hands down if you're in the dirt, in the mud, and you have zero. However, I'm not gonna try to learn from you if you never made $1. Right. I'm leading myself astray. So I understand that concept of waiting till they make something out of themselves to ask for help.
I don't know, man. You think about it, I would start a business with a close friend of mine. Like my friend came to me with an idea that was interesting. Maybe it hasn't worked yet. Like, I just think that's exciting in general. So I don't know, man. But obviously, I wouldn't have wanted to learn from Mark. Like, if Mark wasn't making any money dropshipping, I wouldn't have.
Yeah, like
right. But that's the thing. I am saying you are making money going to work every day, and I'm making the same amount of money, and I don't have to leave my fucking house.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, even if I'm not making 10 times the amount of money you're making, you're walking to work every day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Work every day. And like you've been told when you have to wake up and when you have to come to work and when you have to go back home. Like that shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and the fact that
my mom used to work, a regular job before she just had her own businesses on eBay and Poshmark. Yeah, it hit her when she was like, she had a certain amount of time out the day for like to use the bathroom. Like you had to clock in, clock out for the bathroom. She was like, I can't do this anymore.
Really?
I'm weirded out also because remember I'm talking about all this shit and I have employees recording me talking about the shit.
Yeah, that's weird to me too. That is weird to me too. Or employees that are going to college and then we're making a video called, should you drop out of college for dropshipping? And they're in college, like recording the video, like talking, listening to us talking about the pros and cons of college and all that. And I do think it's interesting though that you did go to college, Mark, because a lot of people that are entrepreneurs and everything, they push the drop out of college thing, and you went to college, so. Right.
I think like the drop out of college thing, after meeting Bobby, who's a pharmacist,
Yeah.
I think that college is 100% scam. Only if you have to borrow money to pay for it.
Even when you want to do things like become a lawyer or a doctor, because there are certain things
you know why? Because okay, anyone who actually wants to save lives and all this shit.
Yeah.
Okay, like I get it, right? But I feel like a lot of this having a good job thing is societal pressure. You're being pressured externally. So even if you are a fucking lawyer or a doctor and you have to wake up at 7 o'clock like you have to, and you are annoyed by it, and then you tie it down to paying. You have to understand that like you are committing to being a doctor for the rest of your life because it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. My problem is not you being passionate about saving fucking lives. It means that you can't change your mind.
Yeah, a lot of people, they do a job like a doctor, an accountant, or a lawyer, like, because subconsciously it's more the money that and the prestige that's attached, I guess, to that job. Like people always say, you know, I want to grow up, become a doctor, blah, blah, blah. It's more like because they know when you become a doctor, that's, you know, at the highest end of, you know, a normal job. You know, the doctor is like, wow, I'm the doctor, you know? It's not because they want to save lives. It's because their whole life they've been given a set of jobs that are prestigious, you know, whether it's the lawyer or accountant or doctor or I don't know what else is there, police officer, I don't know, but it's people a lot of the times they want to admit that it is the money attached to the job rather than, oh, I'm just so passionate about one day I'll get to, you know, perform surgeries on people. So
and then you paying off this loan for 20 or 30 years of your life. Like this is what is mind fuck to me. Like no one is talking about the fact that you're committing, okay, college is 4 years or being a doctor is 7 years or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're committed to paying a fucking loan for 20 or 30 fucking years.
Unless the first like say 3 years of you I don't know, earning money, you live super cheap. Like say you become a doctor, now you're making, I don't know, $100,000 or $200,000 a year. Unless you live super cheap for like 3 years to like focus on getting the loan back, then you pretty much you'll be paying.
And then all your doctor friends driving a brand new 7 Series.
Exactly. Everybody's driving a new BMW.
And your fucking wife is like, but you're a doctor. Let's get a bigger house. All I'm saying is like you be making lifelong commitments when you're 18, 19, even 25 is what is my thing about college. We could go into the level of education and certain things you can't learn, blah, blah. Fuck that. My biggest problem is making a lifelong commitment when you're young. And when, like, I keep talking about Bobby because Bobby is one of the guys that it went the good way. Bobby took out loans, went to college, became a pharmacist, is a pharmacist, making 6 figures, and he still has to go to work. He still can't come to grind camp for 2 weeks because they wouldn't give him 2 weeks vacation.
Wow.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I personally just value that freedom more than anything else.
Yeah, like even if you weren't even making a lot of money, that freedom is more important.
Yeah, freedom is so important, man. Like being financially strapped down, it's like it's horrible. So even if I was to make a couple grand, like $3,000 a month, and my expenses were say $1,000 a month, I think you'll be a lot happier than making $10,000 a month and you're spending $8,000 a month, and you got to worry about I have to make another $10,000 next month because I got this house. You know, I got the yacht in Marina Del Rey. I got the fucking new fucking I don't know Porsche 911 that I just got. But I got to make sure I can pay that. You know, it's just man. It puts it into perspective, and you know, going to Nicaragua really it changed my perspective on that because I was more of like, you know, I wanted the nicest things. You know, I wanted, not that I don't want the like certain things, but it really put like you don't have to rush and get that stuff. You can live in a super frugal environment for a long time and be happy. And down the line,
the next question is, wait, Roman. The question is, what is a long time?
I don't know. It's just
if you commit to living frugally for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
And still grind out and make a ton of money. You read Fast Lane Millionaire?
No, I didn't finish it. I started.
Yeah, but it's like I'm not saying you living frugally for the rest of your life. Right?
Yeah.
Like I personally, that's just me. But like you can want the best things and you can get there. It's just like people want it to seem like getting the best things on the face of the earth before you're 30 is what's supposed to be. Or if that's not the goal you have, then you have low goals. That's fucking bullshit. Like,
yeah, like let's
and then
give an example. Like when I got back from Virshon probably saw it on Virshon, I know Virshon saw it on Instagram story. Like I had rented this M3 that I always wanted, right? For like a couple of days because I wanted to see like in my head I was like making X amount on Amazon, making X amount on eBay. Based on where I'm going, this car, like, I'll be able to afford this if I really want, right? So I rented it for a few days, like 4 days or something. And then on the last day, I realized that, like, I was just driving and you know, the first day I was like, damn, this is the craziest shit ever. Like, it's still really cool. But on the fourth day, I was like, maybe I can get it at the end of August, September, if everything goes right. And then I was like, shit, I don't need to get this yet, man. I just want to be comfortable I want to have my own spot and just be comfortable for like a good amount of months before I buy like anything at all.
Dude, get it, but get it when it's not stressing you out. Get it when it's not like everything has to go right for you to pay for this M3.
Yeah. That's where it took me. I was like, wow, like at the end of the day.
Dude, when I was 21, I couldn't even, okay, maybe when I was 21. But when I was 19, I couldn't rent an M3. Listen, I got to what is funny is when I hear you guys talk about this, I got to my mother borrowed the money to buy the plane ticket for me to get to the US to go to college to get my scholarship, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had $100. I didn't have money to buy the winter coat for winter. So I was there and I had to figure out like, okay, I'm here in June. I played some like summer leagues in New York and got a couple bucks. And like I was saving up like $20, $50 to buy a winter coat. So it's interesting to see now that I can see you guys go from making a little bit of money to making $3,000 a month in a couple of months. I could see how mind blowing it is. But you guys, it's hard for you guys to see it because you are in it, right? Like you don't have anything else to compare it to.
Yeah, it's like because I remember on May 27th, I'll never forget. May 27th was the first day. If you combine Amazon and eBay, right? I made $500 profit that day, right? Because it was the day I sent you the screenshot where I did my I think 4,500 on it was probably more than 500 profit, but it was 500 for sure. So I just remembered saying like, damn. If I was able to do 500 profit for a month straight, that's like 15 grand. Like that shit is like that really fucked with my head. Like it just didn't seem real because I remember when I was like hard pressed to make $500 in a whole month after working all the time, you know, all my business. And I remember I didn't even really work hard that day at all. Like I had my Amazon listings up. I had my assistant, Mary. She processed the orders. And it was just crazy to me. So, and it just made me, I don't know, like just think of the world different or just see things different you can accomplish and appreciating, you know, what you have and just like all that shit, honestly.
Yeah, for real. I guarantee I shift your paradigm. Like for the rest of your life, you would never forget that moment, dude.
Nah, like it was insane to me because I was just thinking because my goal by the end of the year was $1,000 a day profit, and I like being May 27th, like being halfway there in one day. Even though obviously you make $1,000 in a day, way before you'll make it every day consistently, you know. So yeah, it'll still take me a lot of time, but just to see that it's possible and just to see that, just visualizing it and just having it where it's not crazy, it just, I don't know, it just blew my mind like beyond extent, you know, like honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like I cried that day, like I can't even lie, like just like just like I was just driving around like at night, like driving like up some mountains and shit, like it just didn't seem real to me, like I was really like
that's funny. So when you asked me about the $1,000 in a day thing, I have a video on the Grind Camp Instagram of me crying when I made $1,000 in a day.
Oh yeah, like what is that about? Like I thought I would be like, fuck yeah, I thought I'd be like driving around like, damn, I did it. I was just like, I wasn't sad, like I was crying. I didn't feel like depressed sad. I just felt like
you happy,
like
but it's like,
overwhelmed, you know?
Yeah.
Like I can't believe that.
So part of it is okay. So this is the thing, right? This is my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I grew up with no money, right? As far as I remember, I've always wanted a lot of money.
Yeah.
But when you never had money, you don't know you can make a lot of money. You believe you can make a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So you're walking around with this belief, right, that is carrying you, convincing you that you can make a lot of money, but you don't know it.
Yeah.
Right? And then you're not making your daily decisions based on the fact you know you're going to make this money. You are just, a lot of what you guys are doing is like, okay, you know it kind of makes sense, but I don't have the money yet. I'm supposed to be there. So it's a certain level of faith and trust that the logic that you're using for you to sacrifice and grind every day is actually taking you in that direction, right? And then when you have, me personally, because I never had money, I didn't know what it feels like. You don't have parents that had money to know that the sacrifice would have a benefit. So you also, like, it's belief. You fighting against other people who are trying to convince you that you're doing bullshit, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So when it finally happens, it's like, for me, it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's a sigh of relief. It's a big relief. And what is interesting, so my first ex-wife is Indian from Trinidad, and her parents are like racist as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Trying to kill me, all this crazy shit. And I remember, like, the first time I made $3,000 in a day, I told her, not from poker and all the madness. The first time I made $3,000 a day from the businesses I was doing, I told her, and she cried.
Wow.
Because she understood the disbelief that her parents were having. She understood this, like, she was with me through the growth. So when I told her, she was like, and she was supportive. It's not even like she was like one of the few people like, okay, what do you tell me makes sense? It's taking a little longer than you say it.
She was with you when you didn't have anything?
Yeah. Like, I met in college. So she was with me when like, dude, when I was, let me tell you something, right? When we were in college, I remember buying walkie-talkies to speak to her so I don't pay for a phone plan, dude.
Oh,
I could not. She had a cell phone because her parents used to give her $3,000. Like, I'm thinking about this shit now. Like, I haven't talked about this shit in a while. Wow. Her parents used to give her $3,000 a month because they had money, right? I could not afford a flip phone from Sprint, right?
Yeah.
So I remember saving up, and like the 3 mile walkie-talkie wouldn't work across campus. So I remember saving up, dude, and buying walkie-talkies to talk to her, right? So she understood. Like, my wife
saying we need the documentary, bro. We need the documentary. That's crazy. I've never heard something like that before. Like,
for real.
Well, I want a walkie-talkie to talk to my girlfriend.
But you don't think about, like, in the time, I'm not thinking like, I'm not happy or sad. I'm not like, oh, I have no money to buy a cell phone. Or I'm like, oh, I really want money to buy a cell phone. I am just like, I want to talk to my girl. I have no money. I'm in a fucking, like.
Yeah.
That's all that matters at that point, though.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So the crying thing is just, you crying out of relief because you cross that barrier from belief to knowing.
Yeah, it like materialized. It's like, you saw it in your head, like, this could be possible. Like, and then to see that you produced that, it was just like, it was like overwhelming. Like, I had to leave and like just drive around for like a long time and just.
Dude, let me tell you something. When that dude in Inner Circle said his 12-year-old son is using Destiny and making sales on his eBay account, I fucking cried. I came after the inner circle. I fucking cried because it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not saying this shit. Like, Roman, you were here for months. Like, I'm like, whatever, right? I'm not saying this shit like, oh yeah, like I'll do a video with him. But
dude, I know, like I've been around you for 3 months, like to know like how you are, man.
It's what you when you see that stuff, like I know when I built Destiny, I was like, it needs to be a system, blah blah. And like I believe that if people use it, they could make money, right?
Yeah.
But like when you guys actually make money and keep making money, then it's like, oh fuck. Like when Matthew told me what he could do, I was like skeptical. When he came down here and I saw him do that, I was like, this is cool as fuck. And then when we see the students make a lot of money, like, what the fuck?
And I saw the process from the beginning. You know, I remember you first looking at his strategy. I remember when he first showed, you know, how much he made in coaching. And like, I saw the whole progression, which is so mind-blowing to me as well.
So yeah, as an entrepreneur, you're going into spaces that you don't even know. And then we have to make decisions on a daily basis. And most of the times, you don't have support or you don't have anyone telling you that you're making the right decision on a daily basis.
Exactly.
So when you cross that line and you realize that all the decisions you made on a daily basis, that all these people are telling you is bullshit, but you convince yourself they would work. That's when the fucking cry bubble pops. It's just like, okay, I'm on the land.
I'm not real grim. Like a lot of the times, like things can go really south, and when nobody's there to tell you that, you know, it's all right. Like I've been through some shit like way worse than that. Like you can definitely get through that. Just do X, Y, and Z. Like I'm lucky that like I'm able to talk to you about things that go on with a shit I deal with. So it's like, but even before like I came to Nicaragua, when things weren't going right, when I was putting in the time every day, I knew I was putting in the time and effort, building the listings and everything like that. I was doing everything the right way, but my account was flagged, so I wasn't getting the results that I should have been getting, right? So, and just joining the inner circle, and
I remember when I saw your account flagged. I remember that day when we had one-on-one, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, fuck, I hope I could help this dude because he did everything right, and this shit is not selling.
Yeah, I'm doing everything right, and then you know, different people are saying, you know, no, you should definitely go back to school, you know, friends and family, you know, giving me, because I don't knock anybody, because when a close friend or family member gives me advice, I know they're just looking out for my best interest based on what they know. So I'm like, to me, I'm not like, oh, like, don't tell me what to do. I'm like, I take the advice in, and then you question yourself, damn, like, I am putting in the hours, and it's still, I'm not making as much as I should based on, you know, what I'm putting in. And when it finally gets to a boiling point to where like everything starts to work, and even when it all started to work, dude, just so you know, when it all started to work for me, I got an MC011 and then it shut down. Imagine how that feels.
Like right after,
Imagine this whole time you're I'm driving, like I'm damn near getting arthritis in my fucking wrist because I'm working with my wrist the whole time. Like I'm driving right all day, Postmates, doing deliveries. And then I'm coming home and I'm on my wrist again, you know, doing this, like clicking away. So like every other day, like I'm switching what wrist I'm driving with because my up. Seriously. And then going through all that and finally getting to a point where, you know, joining the inner circle, making a new account, doing exactly what I was doing, but actually making money. Like imagine how that feels. Like I'm on the up. And then the MC01 hits me and now I'm like all the way back down. And then not knowing if I'll ever be able to make money with drop shipping again. And then going through the process of invoices and all the other bullshit. And then getting the account back. And like being able to build it back up. Like, so man, it's just entrepreneurship, man. It's like a roller coaster, like ups and downs. So I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like even when shit is really hard and like everything seems to be falling apart, the potential upside to me, personally, I can't speak for everyone, is worth it to me. So that's why like I love it. Like dropshipping is something I honestly love like doing. Like I like talking about it. I like doing it. I like the idea of hiring people to help me do it. So I just found it to be something that I like. So yeah, that's all I got to say on that.
But yeah, so we actually almost at 2 hours.
Oh shoot. Okay, we should cut it then.
Really?
Yeah, no, but no, we need to do these more because these conversations, I'm going to ask these guys to cut pieces of this conversation and make separate videos because these conversations need to be had. You know what I mean? Like outside of all the hype and all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes, you should join the inner circle. There's a link in the description. Yes, we know how to fucking make money on eBay. Yes, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, so I'll hit you. So guys, let's have another call. I would say 2 weeks. So Virshon, 2 things. Send me a copy of your sales. 1. Roman, I need to talk to Matthew as soon as I get off of this, and then I'll hit you on Slack.
Okay.
So we could talk. And then Eric, I'll hit you as well. So we could talk. So Virshon, let's try to catch up in 2 weeks. Maybe not a Saturday, but 2 weeks from now, just to see where your sales at.
Okay. Can we still talk about that Amazon dropshipping thing like outside of this call today? Do you have time?
Yeah. Let's do that real quick. So I'll stop. So guys, like the video, comment, ask any questions. I need to go and talk to these guys. So have a good one, guys.
Can I drop my Instagram in the description really quick just so these guys can follow me because I missed a couple questions.
Okay, fuck. You should give me that. So I'll put your Instagram in the chat, Virshon, and I will also edit the video so that those you guys watch this video after, there'll be a link to Virshon's Instagram in the description.
Okay. Yeah, my bad about that. I got it.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, because like we weren't really looking at the questions. I feel kind of bad because I used to be on the other end of those. Like,
no, but you're doing this full time, right, Virshon?
Yeah, like basically is kind of the only thing I'm doing is interview.
Let's have another call during the week on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll schedule a live Wednesday. Let's try for Wednesday.
Okay.
All right, guys. So have a good one. See you guys later. Roman and Virshon, don't go anywhere.
Okay.
All right, later.